Let's get it. Yeah. What's popping, y'all? It's your man MARQ NASH. Another great episode of Breaking the Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, arts, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I can squeeze into those letters. What's up, man? Got my homeboy here, co-host, my partner, one of my best friends in the world. I could talk about this brother forever, but I'll let him introduce himself for you guys who are our first-time listener. What's up?
What's up, folks? This is your boy Toga, Toga, the outstanding great. You can find me on all social media platforms at this place, man. We're about to get busy tonight. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, highly favored, man. I'm happy to be here.
Indeed.
A little depressed, to be honest, a little stressed, frustrated,
Yeah.
distraught, confused, like most of the nation is right now.
Yeah.
Um, what's up?
Yeah, hey, I think it's the same thing, brother. Like, um, this Breonna Taylor situation is like really another disappointing strike for the you know black community, but the world needs to know this is a strike for America as well. Like, we think we're so great and so much of like a better country that we really still got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do as a country.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Breonna Taylor murder has a lot of the country in uproar. People rioting after that indictment or lack of indictment after the
Like,
announcement
like
to not charge the officers. There were two police officers who were shot. One was shot in the abdomen, one was shot in the leg. Both expected to make a full recovery. Um, but it's civil unrest all over the nation, man. It's ugly. It's an ugly situation. My heart goes out to the family. Um, it's hard, man. Like, and the money, the settlement, that does nothing, man. That don't bring
mm-mm.
them back. Don't bring her back. But I felt like the fix was already in when they gave them the money before the announcement. They put the city start saying, "Hey, we're gonna declare national emergency. We put in curfew. All of this stuff before you guys even before he even presented the case, and they decided to not indict. They went on and paid him. So I think they already knew the fix was in.
Yeah, I think so too. I think when they gave him that, I think it was $12 million. I think they did that because they already knew in their head what they was gonna pull off. I think they just hope that if they just give them that money, that it would just soften the blow. Like, okay, we're gonna let these people get away with this, um, but before we announce that, let's give them the 12 million, and hopefully they'll be like, but we got the 12 million. So nah, man, it's more than that. Um, the money, um, I mean, the family should get some type of compensation, even though that money doesn't bring Brianna back. I'm pretty sure that the family would much rather have their their daughter, their niece, their grandchild, their daughter back. Um, but these gentlemen, I mean, I'm not gonna say gentlemen. These guys should be charged. It has to be some type of accountability and responsibility. Somebody needs to own up. She just can't just die and just says, "Oops, it's her fault." It's pretty much what it feels like. It says it's her fault for waking up in her own home, going to see what's going on at her door. Why is her door being busted in? I mean, what was she supposed to do? You know, basically, they're saying it's her fault that she got
Where
shot.
they said, yeah, because they said the boyfriend fired one warning shot. They returned 26 shots. He did hit an officer when they said an officer got shot in the leg. Um, but man, I don't even believe that, man,
Me
because
either.
that man is free right now. They dropped the
Right.
charges.
Right.
So both things can't be true. He can't.
Exactly.
You guys
Shoot
said
an
they returned
officer.
right, and this self defense, and the officers are justified in shooting because he fired the first shot. It's more to it than that, man. It's layers to it, because why are you guys there in the first place?
Right.
It's lies about the warrants, things of that nature, and it's
And
sad,
they
it's
was doing
sickening,
some tampering as well, right?
man. If it was like that, man, it wouldn't take 5 months for it to come out. But more importantly, Where are the drugs that you guys found that day? That's what you was there for, right? What are drugs?
Right. Right. And
But
it's
go ahead.
and another thing. I mean, they need to make sure that it's standard procedure for these officers to always have their body cam on, no matter what. I don't care if they're on lunch break. Have your body cam on. So in situations like this, there can't be no questions. So if you have to go to court for something that happened and you need to prove yourself, they should be able to say, okay, let us see your body cam. If you don't have, oh, my body cam wasn't on, then that's null and void. We don't care what you say. Just because somebody is an officer doesn't mean that they tell the truth. That doesn't mean just because they have a badge on that they're a good person. They're good and bad officers. I hate to use that good and bad apple shit because they like to use that term. But hey, if you don't have your fucking body cam on, we can't trust you. That's what it's there for. Use the shit. I mean, that's how I feel. If you don't have your body cam on, we're not believing anything that come out your fucking mouth.
But more importantly, I think you should be terminated. You should be
Exactly.
terminated because you're not following policies and procedures.
Exactly.
But also, I think the bigger issue too is the problem with the criminal justice systems, far as the setup. Like the police union shouldn't be able to donate money to select the DA. But bigger thing is money in politics. It shouldn't be there. It should be one person, one vote, one a certain amount you can donate. You shouldn't be able to create a corporation, have a super PAC, and just donate copious amounts of money to any candidate, Democrat or Republican, independent. Right. I don't care. Right. But I think that's the money in politics is a big issue, but we're not going to get that anytime soon. Long as we have Nancy Pelosi, who's weak, a lot of weak Democrats with a lot of power, but they're weak. They don't even yield their power the right way to change things. There's no reason why when we had Barack Obama in office and they had this, man, they had all the power when he won that first term, man. Why minimum wage didn't go up? Why would their minimum wage never went up? Man, minimum wage been like $7 or some change or some
for
shit like
years
that since I was a kid, man.
Right. Nobody can survive off that these days. Nobody.
Bro, it's ridiculous. And then if you're a waitress, you get what, $2.13?
Yep. And you get tipped right.
But you ain't getting tipped like that every night. You ain't getting tipped like that, but you still got to work every day, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Not every person is gay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, but 40 hours a week. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't care if you work 80 hours a week and you worked at the Waffle House, man. You ain't getting it like that with that 213. But it's just not fair, man. It's wicked. It's cruel. But it all goes down and back to money and politics and who's donating the person and giving money to a candidate. To a candidate who's going to become the DA, because the code word is tough on crime.
Yeah.
Say I'm tough on crime. That means you support the police. But the bigger issue is these guys are donating money to people who are going to prosecute them. They have relationships with these people, man. A la the Ahmaud Arbery case, which is still going on right now.
Yeah.
But that's what I can go on forever about money and politics. And I think that's the bigger issue here. Corruption. But also, too, when these settlements are paid, they're giving them taxpayer money. Why are taxpayers paying for police mistakes? We didn't murder nobody.
Right.
Why do we, as a taxpayer in America or in that county or that city, pay the settlement? No, it should come out your pension. It should come out the police union pension. It should come out of y'all money. The money that y'all got, all these millions of dollars that you guys got to put up candidates, that money should be going over there.
Exactly.
Not taxpayers.
I totally agree.
And the last thing I want to say, and this is on the same subject, it's about police corruption, but when they find out these police officers are planting drugs on people and they just fire them for the case, you can look up on YouTube, it's full of officers planting drugs on people, getting caught. Right. They lose their job. Some cases don't even get thrown out. Like people got to find out. You got to have a lawyer, somebody in the streets, or somebody who's knowing what's going on. They don't just dismiss all those officers' cases. But I said that to say this: that officer usually isn't charged for possession of drugs.
He just gets to walk
I
away
mean,
and find a new job.
you brought the drugs here. That means you had drugs. You were in possession of this. That should be a charge, because that's how they stack up charges on us. But I digress. I'll let you take the floor. My bad.
Nah, you're fine, man. I mean, I totally agree. It has to be a total reconstruction of how all this shit works, man. Um, like they keep on saying, like defund the police. Like we really need to break down how we look at the job of being a policeman in America, and they need to be held accountable when they make mistakes. Like now, sometimes it may be an honest mistake. Things happen. I understand that job is risky. I do have some friends that that I went to school with that are police officers, and they're good. They're good guys. I know them fairly well. So I'm not sitting here, saying, fuck all police and all that type of shit. But
Real quick, to
they,
give you, not to cut you off, but you
yeah,
never seen them on the job neither, though. So you
yeah,
don't know
no,
what kind of officer they are. To be
exactly.
fair, to be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah. To be fair, yeah,
you know
yeah,
them when they take the
yeah.
uniform
I'm gonna
off.
take uniform off. Yeah, yeah. Um, but I'm only speaking because just a, just the type of man they are. I don't, like you said, I don't know what type of officer they are. But when you put that suit on, you should be held accountable for your actions when you do things. I think, have you ever seen that it was an interview that Dick Gregory did. He was talking about how we should make the officers be insured.
Right, that was another thing. Yeah, right. They should have an insurance policy, because if you get in enough car accidents, you can't get insured no more, and you can't drive. Same thing with
Exactly.
them. Those settlements need to come out their own private insurance. They need to have their own way to set that up. But shout out to wolfpack.com, because I think they talk about that on their
Yeah.
website. They're trying to get a constitutional amendment to take money out of politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Amen to that.
go ahead.
But much love to Breonna Taylor and that family, and I
Dick
just
Gregory, though,
hope.
say what you about to say about Dick Gregory.
Oh no, I mean, but yeah, just like that, like just like you said, like if you make enough mistakes, like you said with a car crash, your insurance rate is going to go up. So, like Dick Gregory was saying, do you hate me enough to keep making mistakes, to keep killing me, to where you lose everything that matters to you? You can't get a job no more. You lose your pension. You can't send your kids to school and all that shit because you can't secure your job anymore. You can't afford to be an officer no more. Like things like that.
And
So I think
and
it's an
for
awesome idea, man.
Me too. And for those who said, "Hey, man, these cops aren't gonna want to do their job, man. They're gonna quit because goodbye, quit.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody else will
and
do the job.
exactly. And I also
Goodbye."
think that it's too easy to be a police officer in America. It's too easy. They throw it up on the billboards and shit, like in the paper, like it's nothing. And you, like, I just think that they should really do a serious background check. Like when you apply for certain jobs, they look at everybody in your fucking household. They want to know who's been in your house for the past 5 years. If they got a charge or anything, you can't get the job. So they need to go back and look through people history. Like if you got somebody in your family that's known to be a racist or something, there's some hint right there that shows that they could be a possible racist, then we might need to look into you a little bit harder. Like we can't have nobody in there that's that are like a racist, have problems with certain people, or more likely to do some type of crooked shit. Like we need some honest, hardworking people to do the policing in America. Like I mean, I'm not saying that we should have no police, because we do need that protection and security in our neighborhoods. Not only for ourselves but for our kids and stuff too. But we just need to make sure we're putting the right people in position to hold you know these positions in our communities. And it's a shame that little things like this happen, and it's just like life changing for some people. Like Breonna Taylor is never coming back. They're never. see her again. And it's just a shame, man, that they're just throwing it out like it's just nothing. Like she did something wrong, man. Nah,
Man,
justice needs to be served, man.
bro, 6 months is not long enough for training to be a police officer, man.
No, no.
Not with that much power, that much authority. And I'm just so sick of officers saying I fear for my life. My man, a lot of times you're the only one on the scene with a weapon. You got a bulletproof vest, you got a taser, you got a nightstick, you got some mace, you might have a dog in the back. You get what I'm saying? You got handcuffs. Right. Your car is literally a cage where you can put somebody in and they can't get out. My whole point, I said all that. You also have a radio to call an unlimited amount of resources of people who have the exact same thing you got,
right,
and more. How are you in fear for your life from a man who's naked on the street, a guy who just got on sweatpants and pajamas, or short set? You can see his waistband.
Right,
it's no weapon there. Like, how are you so much in fear of your life, but you have all this protection, all these weapons, and the lethal force that you chose is the gun, 9 times out of 10, or a chokehold.
Right, and let me make sure I let the people know that's watching as well that we are saying this as two people that served in the United States Army. So we're not some people just really like just talking out our mouths like, oh, why y'all shouldn't be, scared or fear for your life. Like, no, you know what you signed up for. Just like when we was in the service, we knew we signed up for. So if we got called to or got deployed to go somewhere, was to do for some action, then we know what it is. We know what it is. We know what we signed up for, and it's the same thing.
And take it a step further. To be a soldier, you're targeted in certain, not even just overseas. You're targeted in certain communities because they're military towns. People don't like the soldiers sometimes in their town.
Yeah.
And what happens there is sometimes this confrontation between soldiers and the people of that local community. But more importantly, we don't have free reins to just go out there and kill people and say we fear for our life. Even when you're in garrison overseas, you just can't say I fear for my life and start letting them things go.
Right.
I'm just talking about even physical. Let's take the gun out of it. The soldier cannot just be out there beating people up. You can't just be touching the citizens, man.
Right,
bro. You over there, you over the seas, you in Korea somewhere. Let one of them Koreans say you did something to them, or you stole something from them, or you did. Man, they about to give you a hard time, or worse time than it would have happened if you was in America. Actions unbecoming of a soldier. But that's all. I digress because that's a whole nother show. About how even the military targets people who are from low income environments and things of that nature. And that goes back to before the draft. America, blacks, man, in America, we fought in every war this country has had. And they want to tell niggas to go home. To a home that we don't even know no more. You took out, you beat the name out of us, you beat the last names from us, you beat the language out of us, you beat the religion out of us.
Right. Preach, brother.
What home? This is our home. We built this. But the continent is our home too. That's our lineage. And I thank God for the people on the continent who are watching and all over the world who are watching what's going on here in America. And it's happening all over the place too. China's all over in Africa trying to do these crazy loans for people, for countries, and it's terrible, man. Loan sharking, legal loan sharking. But rest in peace, Miss Breonna Taylor.
Yes,
you are gone, not forgotten. It's triggering.
We'll continue to fight.
Yeah, it's triggering for me right now, bro. Let's take a break.
Indeed.